to present financial reports and other reports concerning the business ending in the fiscal year December 31st, 2020. Greg Steffel, President, Roger Matthijs, Secretary.
At this time, we'll have Heidi Davidson from Hennon and Associates speak on our financials.
Hello, everyone. Here we go. Next slide, please. We'll start with the sales. Your sales, 71% from gas and fuels, 4% from LP, 21% of your sales from the C-stores, 3% from farm and home, and 1% are coming from your services. And next, we'll look at the gross margins and the percentages for those. Your gross margins, 56% from gas and fuels, 9% come from LP, 29% from the C-stores, 2% from farm and home, and 4% from the services. The next slide. We'll look at your statement of operations. You see the sales there on the top, 17.2 million. Your cost of sales, 13.5 million, for a gross margin of 3.7 million. Expenses, personnel expense, salaries, 1.3 million, payroll taxes, 103,000, employee insurance, 94,000, pension expense, 76,000, workers' compensation, 18,000, for a total personnel expense of 1.6 million. General expenses, depreciation, 499,000, delivery expense, 44,000, insurance, 86,000, property and business taxes, 69,000, supplies and repairs, 315,000, utilities, 142,000, for total general expenses, 1.1 million. Next slide. Administrative expenses, advertising and promotion, 42,000, professional services, 26,000, provision for bad debt and collection expense, 2,000, data processing, 13,000, director's fees and expense, 9,000, meeting, school and travel, 15,000, credit card expense, 162,000, office supplies and expense, 29,000, telephone, 26,000, for total administrative expense, 328,000. Interest and other interest expense, 86,000, other expense, 40,000, other revenue, 665,000, and service charges on account, 25,000, for a revenue of 563,000. Total expenses, 2.5 million. And local savings, 1.1 million. A nice increase over last year there. Patronage refunds received, 187,000, for a total net savings of 1.3 million. Next slide. Your working capital, you had a nice increase there in your working capital, up to 2.4 million. And next slide. We'll go on to the balance sheet. Your assets, cash and cash equivalents, 1.8 million, marketable securities, 485,000, accounts receivable, 550,000, other receivables, 74,000, inventories, 1.1 million, prepaid expenses, 214,000, for total current assets, 4.3 million. Property, plant, and equipment at cost, 10.5 million, less the accumulated depreciation, 5.1 million, for a book value of 5.3 million. Investment in cooperatives, 5.6 million, for total assets of 15.3 million. Okay, next slide. Liabilities and patron equities, notes payable, nothing this year. Accounts payable, 609,000, accrued expenses, 187,000, patron credit balances, 195,000, cash patronage refunds, 425,000, income taxes, 178,000, the current portion of long-term debt, 258,000. Total current liabilities, 1.8 million. Long-term debt, 988,000. Deferred taxes, 200,000. Total liabilities, 3 million. Patron equities, your common stock, $990. Local patron equities, 1.8 million. Regional patron equities, 3.9 million. Patronage refunds for reinvestment, 335,000. Unallocated capital reserve, 6.1 million. For total patron equities, 12.3 million. For total liabilities and patron equities of 15.3 million. And the next slide. You'll see here the most exciting news, the cash patronage and stock retirements over 500,000 for 2020 at 546,000. Anybody have any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you.
At this time, we'll have our manager, Scott Walker, come up and give his manager's report.
Good afternoon and welcome to the annual meeting of Farmers Co-op Oil Company. Who would have imagined a year ago that we would be having our meeting on the internet instead of in person? This year has been challenging for all of us, and hopefully everyone has been safe and healthy throughout. We will be having a time for questions later on in the meeting. If you have a question and would like an answer, please find the box on your screen that shows vivid image. Click on this, then click the chat button. Your questions will be sent to us through them, and we will answer them towards the end. Also, this annual meeting is being recorded and will be posted on our website within 2 days of the meeting. So anyone who is not able to attend will be able to watch it there. I would like to start off my presentation with a thank you to all the patrons of the cooperative. Without your support and loyalty, none of this is possible. Thank you once again. Secondly, I would like to thank the employees of the cooperative. Without our employees, we could not provide the products and services to our patrons. It is dedication from all of you that you put forth the effort that is positive even when times are difficult. I sincerely thank you. As noted on the financials, we were able to have a decent year financially despite all the challenges that we were faced with COVID-19. None of us knew what COVID-19 was 16 months ago. Working together with the board of directors, employees, and our patrons, we were able to make it through this year. As we move forward and the vaccinations continue to be implemented, I have a strong belief that this year should have a positive trend, not only for the cooperative, but for all of us. To those of you that were affected negatively by this pandemic or lost loved ones, my heart goes out to you. As we look back this year, the cooperative has went through many changes. In February, we introduced Godfather's Pizza and Chicken into Olivia C-Store. It was a process to get the facility ready for implementation, but it turned out quite well. I would like to thank all of the patrons who have supported the pizza and chicken program and the employees for their hard work and dedication throughout. Other changes that happened this year was the Renville convenience store received an image upgrade on the canopies and pumps throughout through a program from Cenex called the LIFT program. The cost of this program was incurred by Cenex for the Renville location. As you've driven by the location in the evening, the accent of the lighting changes are quite prevailing. As some of you might have noticed, we are doing the same upgrade in the LIFT program in Olivia. The upgrades we are doing for your location shows a pride of what we do and what we want to represent the cooperative and the communities that we do business in. We finished implementing the EMV program in our stores. Some of you have probably noticed it involves allowing the card readers to read the chips that are on your credit cards. We were ahead of the trend on this by doing these when we did. The deadline for upgrading all gas pumps across the nation is October of this year. Lastly, as a cooperative, we have instituted a rewards program for our patrons. The purpose of this program is to give an instantaneous reward to you for doing business with the cooperative. Any of you who have a local charge card, the one with the gas pump on it, are automatically part of the rewards program. Not only is there discounts on your gasoline and diesel, you also gain points that you can redeem for free products offered at our convenience stores. In addition, the rewards program has a VIP clubs that allow you to purchase a certain number of products and receive one free. Any questions on the program, feel free to ask one of the managers in our convenience stores, or feel free to give us a call at the office. As I stated earlier, the annual meeting will be posted on the website within 48 hours for those who are not able to view it online. If you have any questions, either click on Vivid Image tab on the screen, then click chat, or feel free to call our office after this meeting, and either myself or a board member will contact you with an answer. In concluding, I hope and pray that next year we can all get together and have a normal meeting in person. Once again, thank you to the patrons, the employees, and the board of directors. Have a safe and prosperous 2021. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to announce the board of directors. I'm Greg Steffel, I'm the chairman. Michael Halloran is the vice president, Roger Manthei, secretary, Mark Chan, director, Kevin Mathewitz, director, Gary Susan, director, and Chuck Amberg, director. This year we had 3 board members that were up for election, and due to this being a virtual meeting, this was our procedure. The nominating committee of Phil Hayne and David Doherty discussed with different individuals for running for the board. After completion, they notified us there was no one interested to run against the incumbents, who are Michael Halloran, Kevin Mathewitz, and Gary Susan. Thank you, Phil and David, for looking for someone. On February 1st, we sent out ballots to all qualified patrons for the voting. We received back 84 ballots. We needed 18 responses from voting for the quorum. The following was the results. All 3 incumbents were unanimously elected. I'll have the chairman's report. In the past year, we've made many improvements to our efficiencies at the co-op. Some of these improvements include we bought a new propane truck last year. We went from a 2,800 gallon truck to a 5,000 gallon truck. We improved the propane plant. We added a 45,000 gallon tank in June, which gives us a total of 108,000 gallons of storage. In 2019, during the dryer season, we used 67 transport loads of fuel. In 2020, it was only 8 loads. So we weren't really fully able to utilize the new plant, but we should be in good shape if we have a year like 19 again. This year, we ordered a new bulk fuel truck that is about 5,600 gallons. This will replace the one in Olivia, and the truck from Olivia will then come to Renville. We placed in our offerings a 6,900 gallon bulk DEF tank and a trailer that holds 1,000 gallons for bulk delivery to our patrons. Also, the board this year, we had a good year. The board approved the payout of patronage of $544,000. And you guys can stop in the Renville office and pick them up until the end of March. After that, they'll be sent by mail. This time, I'd like to thank all the employees. Without them, the co-op can't exist. Hopefully next year we can all be together for our annual meeting. But at this time, I'd just like to thank everybody for joining us virtually. And at this time, I declare the annual meeting of Farmers Co-op Oil adjourned.